This is Morning Juice. Sports, insight, and great storytelling. Starring Bobby Carpenter and Jeff Tito Thitoff. It's time to attack and dominate.
Attack and dominate on a Tuesday is what we will do. Tito, Bobby Carpenter, Bodie Wells. Bobby, first, good morning. How are you, my friend?
Oh, great morning. Doing well, Thitoff. Excited to be in here with you.
I've made a show decision that I probably should share with you guys off the air. I'm not sure I would think, Bodie, this is not a 33-33-33 split as far as.
That's fair. I'd agree with that.
I think it's probably, I would give it probably like a 50-25-25. Bobby's probably 50. You and I are probably equals at 25 as far as ownership in the show. So, Bobby, I made a decision, though, and you can feel free to override me because you've got 50% of the vote. I think, just to not confuse people, we only call him Brody on Thursdays. Are you okay with that?
That's fine. I don't usually call him that anyway. So
I know. I let it slip through.
It's mostly your thing.
Okay, it's fine. It's my thing. Okay,
Your Highness.
I wasn't going to point fingers, but
is he still alive, by the way?
Yes, he is. He is still alive. Yes,
Vegas trip.
Vegas trip. Yes, I think he is still alive. I can't wait to hear from him on Thursday. May have to allot extra time for that segment, but he is Bodie Wells. And Bodie, you were missed yesterday in the chat. People wondered where you were, and just curious. You got another dual win weekend.
Yes,
with
I did.
Irish and the Cowboys. And we were concerned about your safety.
Alive Saturday night.
Well, somebody said to me they saw you out there with Mark Sanchez hanging out. Not sure if that's accurate or not, but you had a great weekend in South Bend.
Actually didn't go to the game, unfortunately. Couldn't pull the trigger with the.
Holy cow!
I know.
This changes the entire show.
It hurt my heart desperately. I wanted to go so bad, but with the potential and. With all due respect to the fine folks, kind of other side of the wall here, I think at some point in time we got to get better as meteorologists as predicting the weather. It's 2025. Like, how haven't we gotten this sucker figured out a little bit more? Because if it wasn't for the constant, yes, it's going to thunder and lightning, and there's going to be delays during the game, I probably would have went because I wouldn't have minded the rain. I was just more so worried about a delay for a 7:30 kickoff already at night, and I didn't want to be.
Oh, you want to be there till 1:30 in the morning?
Not really. Yeah, I didn't want to do that, to be honest with you. And they were pretty adamant it was going to happen, so I didn't pull the trigger on tickets. And then guess what? It really wasn't even that bad. It didn't rain in the first half at all.
It didn't really rain that hard, though, during the game.
Not till probably the fourth quarter, and it was just rain. So that was
There was no
annoying.
Thunder and lightning really anywhere.
Wow, there was a couple of thunder and lightning, Bob.
Oh, here we go.
Jeremiah Love, Darian Price.
I'm waiting for you to play sound on a Jeremiah Love run.
We got that maybe cooked up for what's got you juiced.
Oh, here we go.
But
Miss Yella can't stand the rain. New addition can stand. Want to know if their woman can stand the rain? Can you stand the rain?
And the Cowboys are back.
Look at your Cowboys.
I know you missed the celebration yesterday. 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
2 weeks in a row. Irish Cowboy victory.
2 out of 3, I think, on that. We lost to Carolina
that's
last
right.
Sunday.
That is
if you
true.
ignore that, though, it's 2 in a row.
Yeah, Bobby, when whenever
They had the lead at the end.
They did. They had it for a while.
Whenever a score, like a score in football happens, it never happened before. They call that like a scoregasm or score. They call it
Scoregami.
Scoregami.
I don't know that I've ever heard the first one. I have heard scoregami.
Anyway, okay, we need to change this, though.
Amazing.
That whenever
So I've never heard those terms you're throwing out there.
Yeah, so I'll take it as disrespect. But whenever Bodie gets the double weekend win with Cowboys, that needs to be like a Bodasm or Bogasm, Bodiegasm, I think Bogasm where we'll go with that. Whenever he gets a Cowboys and Notre Dame win. Why are you nodding your head with your eyes closed?
Because you making up these terms is ridiculous.
Okay. We got a big show lineup for you today, by the way.
We are the greatest show ever.
It really might be. We've got Anthony Schlegel joining us at 7 o'clock. Is he still down in Texas or is he back? Do you know?
He is back. He flew back last night.
Okay. So we'll have him. We'll see what version of Schlegs we get. It'll be gas station ready. Well, it'll be gas station awake, though. We'll wait and find out on that one closer to 7 o'clock. Morning Juice sponsored by Riverside Bank in Dublin and Event Risk Elite Protection. 2 full hours here on YouTube, the Fan app, HD3. You can download the show anytime and catch us from 10 a.m. to noon on 10 TV Plus. Hear a replay of this here show on the Fan 2, 1460 a.m. from 1 to 3 p.m. And now we are live on Facebook and Twitter. The other part, a little disjointed yesterday, Bodie, just because we had people asking where you were, but also because we weren't sure how to handle Steve Kerr.
Steve Kerr was running wild in the chat.
He did.
Listen, man.
He knew you were gone.
With the Love and Price combination, I had a feeling that was probably going to
It
happen.
really didn't have anything to do with them. It just really had to do with him just wanting to talk trash about everything
Yeah,
else.
Ohio State, they look pretty bad on Saturday, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. It's an overrated Wisconsin, but Ohio State doesn't play anybody.
Yeah.
The Big Ten sucks, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But and he's also second in the chat today, so that part is concerning. He's here so early. We have our Chatter Hall of Fame, Bobby, which includes people, and I'm going to forget people, so I'll say a few, like Little Italy, Phil J's in it, TE13, all those guys are in it. Obviously, Jeff Rimmer's middle half, McChickens, those guys are all in the Hall of Fame for us. Is Steve Kerr, Garen in there too? There, Garen's checked in. Is Steve Kerr in our Chat Hall of Fame or not?
What is the qualification? I mean, is it simply content in there?
It's not. It's quality content, and it's somebody. I think it was somebody blocked him yesterday. They said personally, but like I don't know. I'm not sure the qualification. I think qualification is whatever we want it to be. But I'm just saying, like if I said to you, Chat Hall of Fame for Morning Juice in this rendition that started, this edition started on May 11th, would you put Steve Kerr in our Chat Hall of Fame?
It's a TBD. I'm gonna have to.
TBD, right, that's fine.
Well, I'm going to have to, I guess, narrow down what the qualifications are for that and make sure that I've clearly delineated Hall of Fame versus
You
volume.
want it to be exclusive. Not the Hall of Very Good, the Hall of Fame.
Well, I mean,
is he Harold Baines who racked up stats?
are you
for
famous
years?
or are you infamous?
There you go.
You know, that's really what it is. Like a lot of people know you.
Right.
Is it because you're Michael Jordan, or is it because you're Ted Bundy?
Oh,
that's
like, good call. Good call.
I
by
mean,
you.
that's really the question.
That's
Why
good
do
call.
they know you, and what have you known for?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you Jim Jones?
Yes.
Or are you like Billy Graham? I mean, we're trying to figure that out here.
There's a difference between Emmitt Smith and Frank Gore. If you looked at total rushing yards, right?
There's a difference between Emmitt Smith and Ray Caruth.
There's also that.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
fair.
Buckeye Frank is in it also. Porch View Farm also in it. They're in there as well. I don't know if MAGACon Popcorn, maybe, I guess. MAGAcorn Popcorn might be in it as well.
Does McChickens go in as McChickens?
That's a good question. He changed it. He went to Ocho
Chad
Cinco.
Ochocinco.
Ocho Cinco or Chad
Exactly,
Johnson.
yeah.
What is he? I think he goes in as Chad Johnson. I'm sure about the Ocho Cinco thing. But we will continue discussing that. But yes, I apologize. Buckeye Frank, I forgot about you. Yes, you're in. Big show lined up for you today, and it's a Roosters Day.
No, it's good.
What did I do there?
It's good. I was just thinking about something. Continue.
Okay. You ready for today in history? Do you need a moment to recollect yourself?
Oh, I am.
All right, here we go.
Time to get smarter. Morning Juice presents Today in History. Here's your professor, Bobby Carpenter.
Last night, my kids had two youngest boys. They're 6th grade and 3rd grade. We're having a conversation about presidents, and could you name 5 presidents or 10? And for my third grader, he's, in all fairness, has only been alive for 3 presidents.
Yeah.
And then my 6th grader goes, "No, you weren't alive for Barack Obama." And I'm like, he goes, "It's been 12 years." And I'm like, it really hasn't. I'm like, Trump got elected. He's only been in office this time for like a year. And it was like, because he was like, Obama, he goes, Trump, Biden, Obama. And I'm like, yeah, you got the last 3. To your life, those are the only presidents that have been around.
Good start.
And he was born in August of 2016. I was like, so the election wasn't until November. I'm like, he actually didn't take office until January 20th or whatever the heck it is. So we kind of gone through this, and then he goes, "You can't name." I can name the first 10, and I could not remember Van Buren at 8. It was killing me.
Oh, how could you? The Seinfeld thing.
I don't listen. I watched some Seinfeld.
There was a famous episode with the 8.
That's fine.
That's the only one I know.
Okay, that's the only one that you know.
For sure, definitively, that's the only one I know is Van Buren's 8, and Washington's 1. Okay, who's 2? Was Jefferson 2 or Adams?
Adams.
Okay, Jefferson 3. Okay, see, that's it. Definitively,
Madison,
I know
Monroe,
Van Buren's 8
Jefferson.
because of Seinfeld.
Yeah, and I could not. I couldn't. There was Jackson, and I'm like, they're 8. I'm like, it's Harrison, then Tyler, and then whatever. And I don't know how we got into this. And my wife, she's like, "Is there a more obscure president than Milton Fillmore?"
I was going to say, there are a few in there that it's just like 8, 13.
Shark always said, Shark goes between 11 and 15. He goes, it was a cluster.
Yeah.
Because that's how we got to the revolution. That's how we got to the Civil War. And I was like, you've got Fillmore in there. I was like, Johnson was right. Or Johnson was after.
He was 17.
Johnson was right after. Zachary Taylor was 14. I couldn't remember. I had 15 in my head. I've gotten enough of
Pierce and Buchanan in there.
Yeah, so Buchanan. My wife said, well, Buchanan sounds like a better name. Like, yeah, but not a good president. Just a more common name.
Would Fillmore have been more recognizable if his first name was Mallard? I think so. If it was Mallard instead of Millard, I think Mallard Fillmore would have been more
I don't know.
Historic.
But I could not remember Martin Van Buren, and it was driving me nuts. I was like, Harrison, I get it. I understand that might have been part of it, but yeah, all good. So that was a good deal. But it is October 21st, the 294th day of the year. 71 days remaining in this 2025. This date, 1879. Thomas Edison files for a patent for the incandescent light bulb that we have used for so long now. We've got these halogen joints in the LED, but the incandescent was the one that was used for quite some time. 1940, For Whom the Bell Tolls was first published by Hemingway, one of his most famous works there. And in 1957, Elvis hit number 1 with Jailhouse Rock.
Walking through a party in the county jail. The prison band was there, they began to wait. The band was jumping and the drum began to swing. You should have heard the knocked out jailbird sing that rock.
Original Gangster.
That's a great one right there. I feel like, was that his first hit?
No, I think his first hit, I thought his first hit might have been Hound Dog. I could be wrong. Then maybe Love Me
Jailhouse
Tender.
Rock,
I
think, is one of my favorite ones of his. It's really good. Does a great job. The dancing in there.
Yeah, the dancing with the cells.
Is that what Forrest Gump is dancing to?
I don't remember what Forrest Gump was dancing to.
Was that Hound Dog or was that Jailhouse Rock? One of the
you're right. That might have been Jailhouse. You might be right about that when he was dancing with the braces
just
on.
Shook him right off.
Yeah, shook him off. Yes.
You know, he was Taylor Swift before Taylor Swift. He says you just got to shake it off. Gosh, man, I'm really proud of myself on that one. This date, 1973, Fred Dryer becomes the first player in NFL history to score 2 safeties in one game.
With victory assured at 20-7, the Ram defense in the person of number 89, Fred Dryer, was just trying to do his job.
I love the old
First,
highlights.
It was Scott Hunter thrown for a 12-yard loss and sacked in the end zone.
Leslie and Garen both think it's Hound Dog he was dancing to.
Minutes later, Jim Delgazo fell victim to the same fate from the same fellow, Fred Dryer. Out on the field, Fred was taking it all very nonchalantly.
He auditioned for Sam Malone on Cheers. Fred Dryer.
Really?
Did. Yeah.
He was on, Mo told us whatever show he was on, told me.
He was on Hunter.
Yes,
The 4
Hunter.
points he singularly added to the final score came in a manner no other defensive man in the entire 53-year history of the NFL has matched. And by game's end, the unassuming Mr. Dryer had apparently won himself a great deal more than just a game ball.
He also then he did a couple guest episodes on Cheers. But yeah, he was originally going to be the Sam Malone thing on that one. Garen, by the way, Steve Kerr doing a deep dive trying to get in the Hall of Fame, saying he's a Miami, Ohio grad like your dad, so we should be in. But I'm not sure if we put Steve Kerr.
My dad doesn't get in the chat and harass people, though.
That's true, he doesn't. Yeah,
That's a good
start.
He deep dive all his family's Ohio State grads.
Yeah.
Maybe we're giving Steve Kerr too much love. Maybe we should stop talking about it.
Same day, 1973, the World Series came to an end as the A's beat the Mets 5-2 in Game 7 to retain their World Series title.
Fly ball to right field, hit pretty well, and there she There's a long drive. Jackson has hit it all, and it is gone.
Look at that, the horns.
Yeah.
Was there strip like blowhorn in there? I mean, imagine if the A's could draw that many fans today.
Well, they will soon in Vegas.
Those A's teams, when Charlie Finley and those mid-'70s teams, early '70s to mid-'70s, when he
Were they
paid...
playing back in the Alameda County?
Colts. Yeah, they're playing out there where the Raiders played, yep. And they, he would give players bonuses if they grew out their hair and grew facial hair. Because he wanted to look like the 70s, kind of the renegade kind of thing. And so, yeah, players had mustaches, long hair, they got bonuses. If they changed their name...
Changed their name to what?
He offered Vita Blue an amount of money
Diggler?
to change his name to True Blue, and he wouldn't do it. There was Blue Moon Odom. That was another one that he had his name changed to Blue Moon Odom. He would offer players money to change their names legally and grow out their hair and grow out their facial hair. Raleigh Fingers with his handlebar mustache, that was because Finley paid him money to do it.
Really?
And it stuck with him, yeah.
Wow, look at you.
I got a lot of knowledge. Adams was 2, you said. Jefferson 3? I've got a lot of A's knowledge from the 70s, but not much presidential knowledge.
At least you retain that.
Yes.
Here we go. 1978, Comes a Time, by the 9th album by Neil Young, is released, featuring A Lot of Love, which went full gold.
It's gonna take a lot of love to change the way things are.
You think those A's team listened to a lot of Neil Young?
I don't think they did.
Or we won't get too far.
I don't know. It sounds like a banger, right? The real toe tapper.
It is something.
This day, 2003, Everything to Everyone is released by the Bare Naked Ladies.
Is it true? Well, it's true enough, I guess. Join the chorus of the second best. Second best. Second best. Second best.
There we go. And then 2021, Alec Baldwin unfortunately kills Hannah Hutchins on the set of Rust. So not a great situation for him. Then he just got in a car wreck the other day. I saw out there.
Baldwin did?
Yeah, he ran
I
into
guess
a
the
tree.
other guy, the dead guy, would get into a car wreck.
Yeah, he ran into a
no
tree. Dead gal, actually. He shot a guy, killed a girl, unfortunately. Didn't go to prison for it, though.
Why would he?
Oh, I mean, listen, brandishing a firearm in someone's face, like I tell my kids not to point fake guns at people, so, you know, whatever. It's okay. You're a fully grown human being. Do what you want. You do you.
What you want.
Some birthday, I guess. Like you're famous, so you can do what you want, I guess. I mean, Mark Sanchez wasn't famous enough to get a kidney out of that guy.
Where's the line to be drawn?
That's a good point.
You think if he won one of those, if one of those AFC title appearances
won a
turned into a Super Bowl?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Of course. You can do it. You can like bigger than McCracken. You can buy your way out of anything. Some birthdays today. Born on this date, 1928. Let me throwing this out here.
Here we go.
Do you know who the all-time wins leader is for the New York Yankees?
All-time wins leader for the New York Yankees. I would probably say Whitey Ford.
You'd probably be correct. With 236, 10-time All-Star, 6 World Series crowns. Born on this date,
Know his
1928.
nickname?
Whitey. Is that not his nickname?
He's got another nickname.
Is that his real name or his nickname?
I think it's no. That's fair. That's one of his nicknames. His
I
other
was going to say
nickname-
his
no, you're
name's
fine,
Whitey. So
I like
I don't know
That's
too many
those
people
sports.
named Whitey.
That's fair, Bobby. His other nickname, they called him the chairman of the board.
So you get his nickname on a nickname?
Yes. let me look. I keep. I want to say Earl, but I don't think that's right. I'm going to look up his real name.
Yeah,
Go
Earl
ahead.
Ford didn't do it for you. Whitey Ford? Oh, that's brilliant.
Mallard. No, look here. Whitey Ford. His Mark Edward Charles Ford.
Mark Eddie Charles?
Mark Eddie Charles. He
Got
settled on
3
Whitey.
first names? So he's
The guys had blonde hair. They called him Whitey, or like back then, and
Blondie, maybe. I don't know if he had
they
white
called
hair.
him Whitey. You don't call a dude Blondie. That's the thing. Blondie was like a famous cartoon
Sunshine.
strip back there. Right.
Sunshine. There you go.
Is that one of your? What movie is that from? Like your
That would
the
be
Replacements or
Remember the Titans.
Remember the Replacements.
I gotta finish watching
Put it
Remember the
together.
Titans. By the way, I'm still halfway through
I
it.
fell asleep.
I wasn't
They
like the
did
Gladiator.
that
I
run
fell
to
asleep in
Gettysburg
Gladiator.
and then off got bored and fell asleep.
That's about time. That's about time it stopped when they did that run.
Yeah,
through that whole
the
thing.
Gettysburg run.
Yes.
Talking
They threw
about
the dude off the team.
talking about the history in the
Yes.
United States and stuff. It's like,
Check
might
out here.
be time to hit the Sandman on the
Is
plane.
there a Seinfeld episode I can watch? Where's Law and Order?
Oh, goodness. Turning 85, Manfred Mann.
I was blinded by the light bulb.
It's a great one.
It really is. It's a banger. I love this song. What's the next line? Wrapped up like a
deuce.
A deuce?
Deuce.
Okay, good. I thought it was a different word.
So if you ever listen to Storytellers with Bruce Springsteen, he wrote the song.
yeah,
He talks about it, and a deuce was like a little two-seater coupe is what he was.
Little Deuce Coupe, like from the Beach Boys. That
And
we're
there
at
you-
here.
And there you
Bam.
go. When I watched that, everything was opened up to me, and I understood some things a little bit better.
So it wasn't douche.
It was not douche.
Can I say douche on the
the
radio?
term he used, the feminine hygiene product, is the term that he
Wrapped up like a massengill in the middle of the night doesn't really roll off the tongue.
Doesn't really roll off the tongue the same way. Turning 76, the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu today. And then, unfortunately, she would be 69 today. Passed away. It is hard to believe it has been 9 years. Princess Leia off Star Wars, Carrie Fisher.
I don't understand what we're doing. Whose house is this?
Carrie Fisher. And she's a little crazy, so get ready to run.
It's not funny anymore, James.
Then why am I laughing?
Did you say 9 years?
Yeah, 2016.
Wow.
What was that from? Do you know?
I have no idea.
That was that.
I was hoping you guys knew.
I think it was from. What was the nerd Brainiac show?
Oh, How I Met Your Mother? Or no?
Sheldon, the one Sheldon was in.
Sheldon?
Big Bang
It
Theory?
might have been Big Bang Theory.
Okay.
I'm thinking it might have been. Somebody in the chat will tell us, I'm sure. But I think it might have been a Big Bang Theory episode. But
Okay.
she was also great in When Harry Met Sally.
Oh,
Carrie
is she
Fisher
in
was.
that?
With Billy Crystal
Yeah, I know.
and
And what's her name?
Meg Ryan.
Yep.
And then the other guy, Bruno Kirby. The late Bruno Kirby was in that as well.
Not
Big
to
Bang
be
Theory.
confused
Leslie
with
tells me.
Bruno
Thank you,
Mars
Leslie. Yeah.
as well.
I don't think Bruno Mars was in it. But it could be.
Joey Harrington, famous Lions and Oregon quarterback, turning 46 today.
NCAA football cover, I think. Wasn't
Yes,
he?
I think he
I
was
think
one
he
year. I think
was.
you're right about that.
Editions,
Yes.
Oh, and I'm so disappointed in Mo. I asked him to get something funny and good for this one. Kim Kardashian turning 45 today. We need a good Kim K in your life. Zach Greinke turning 42, the Cy Young Award winner and six-time All-Star. And then, unfortunately, we had in this date 2013 the founder of the Houston Oilers, late owner of the Tennessee Titans, Bud Adams, passed away. I was hoping that Mo was going to be able to get some audio or something surrounding Bud Adams, Jerry Jones isn't even the first. Bud Adams did the full double bird to the fans after a victory by the Titans. And I think it was the Bills fans, I want to say. They've got great pictures of it, Bodie. Like, it wasn't like, hey, we're number one. It's we're number two, double barrel,
yeah.
right in your face, fine $250,000 for that.
This is very quickly on the fly.
Let's do it.
I don't even know what's going to play here, but hopefully
Who knows?
it's a chunk of the song. This is a little Kim K here, I think.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
Yes, that's good song.
The late
God, what a
husband.
great song.
There we go.
That is
Did you
fantastic.
just have that in the dad?
Kill it now.
I just looked it up, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
There you
18
go.
years. Kill it now.
18th
Don't
birthday.
stop.
There
Okay.
you go. That's good. Little Kim K.
Fantastic.
Little Kanye and Kim K.
What's he up to nowadays?
Well, they're just raising their son North.
I think she was a girl.
Or girl, I don't know.
Yeah, I
I
believe
feel
so.
like,
It's an androgynous name,
North isn't really indicative of the gender
Right.
that you hear.
She
it's
was
more
Northa.
It's more indicative of the direction that you need to head.
If it was Northa, it'd be a woman,
I
probably,
always
right?
say go north and south.
Wouldn't
not east and
Northa be a
west.
woman?
I don't know.
I think A. Put the A at the end. I think it makes it a girl's name.
Was this is this a Latina name?
I think
Like
Northie would be a boy's name. Now Northie
North-
probably a woman also.
North O. I mean, that's-
Northo.
if you want to go
Northo.
full
There you go. Yes.
Spanish gender identification, you're amazing, Thitoff.
I thank you.
Some
Well, I meant a
holidays
lot more naked than
observances today. It is Apple Day. It's Back to the Caramel Apple Day. Back to the Future Day, which this must be the date that they have to put in to go back, and I probably should have known that because I love Back to the Future. Garbanzo Bean Day, which I've got a great joke I'll tell you guys
Off
in
the
the
air?
break about that. Yeah,
I
about it
can't
as
wait
well.
to hear that.
And National Pumpkin Cheesecake Day, and those historical events, your birthdays, your passings, your holidays observances for this date, October 21st, the 294th day of the year, and 71 days remaining in this 2025. Do you know what a garbanzo bean is?
I do.
Okay, then the joke will make sense. Bodie, we might have to educate Bodie while we do it.
I have a question for you.
Have an answer. Maybe.
This could be your poll question for just our show, not because it doesn't expand upon. Is there anybody
What's your favorite Halloween candy?
who is not white nicknamed Whitey or Bud? Have you ever met somebody who's not white
What about Air Bud?
Buddy.
nicknamed Buddy's different. I'm saying Bud. He's Buddy. No one called him Buddy Adams. He was Bud Adams.
Yeah,
Okay. Do you know anybody, ever heard of somebody not white nicknamed Whitey or Bud?
does this come from the chat or is this a Thitoff original?
That's what that is right there. You could use that one if you want to. I think it's I don't know. I'm trying to think. Anybody with Bud was one of the, I think there's a famous boxer right now who's maybe Bud. I don't know if Terrence Crawford's nickname is Bud. But anyway. All right. Coming up next.
Get IT on that one.
Well, yeah, we have to get that going on that one. Coming up next, a couple of schools with struggles in football. Talk about the future. That's next. Morning Juice.
Regenerative treatments for joint pain are creating lots of excitement in the orthopedic community. QC Kinetics Medical Director Dr. Ray Tessner recalls a recent conversation with one of the country's most acclaimed orthopedic doctors.
He said, when you and I are young, the arthroscope was a quantum leap in treating orthopedic problems. I think regenerative medicine is the new arthroscope.
Surgery is no longer the go-to solution for chronic joint pain in your knees, hips, shoulder, or back. QC Kinetics is leading the next quantum leap, all-natural regenerative treatments that provide relief and mobility.
I think one of the tenets of being a good physician is the old saying of do no harm. That's what I enjoy about this form of treatment is there's very little chance that we're going to cause harm, and that's refreshing to me to be able to eliminate the dangers that can come sometimes with surgeries.
Book your free consultation today in Dublin or Gahanna. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. Or go to qckinetics.com/Columbus.
Once there was a man who couldn't stand.
A mom who couldn't wait.
A scientific community that said it couldn't be done.
And then you.
And then I.
And then we.
Brought neuromuscular disease into screaming color with the Muscular Dystrophy Association.
For 75 years, our voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
We've willed the impossible into existence.
We've pushed the science,
raised the funds,
shifted the narrative,
and transformed the reality of life with neuromuscular diseases.
For 75 years, we've built communities together.
Established the field of neuromuscular medicine,
and made it thrive.
Call that a legacy.
Call it impact.
Call it momentum.
Just call it ours.
Because it's the generations of community heroes that give MDA the strength we have today.
And until neuromuscular disease is a thing of the past, you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
Your child's oral health milestones matter. By age 1, see a pediatric dentist to establish good oral health habits. At 7, see an orthodontist to check your child's bite, teeth, and jaws. Around 15, visit an oral and maxillofacial surgeon to have your child's wisdom teeth examined. Remember, milestones met, healthy teeth set. Visit milestonesmet.org.
Hi, I'm Kim Holderness.
And I'm Penn Holderness. You don't have to have an amazing race to the doctor, but you should make time for routine cancer screenings.
I schedule my mammogram and other cancer screenings around my birthday and then treat myself to lunch.
I do too, because, of course, everyone likes lunch.
The C word can be scary, but routine screenings can detect cancer before symptoms appear.
And early detection equals better outcomes.
Go to preventcancer.org to find out which cancer screenings you need.
One man is a national champion, NFL veteran, and local business leader. The other man is Tito. This is Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
Bobby, you ready for this?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's do it.
You hear the sound, you know what time it is. It means it's a Tuesday. Means it's an appetizer Tuesday. And they're not open today, but they'll be open next week. They had the soft launch. They opened Thursday. The Olentangy store is back just north of campus, renovated, remodeled, and looking awesome. But the $3 featured appetizer today for October 21st is mini corn dogs.
Nice.
Bite-sized little corn dogs served with a side of mustard. Simple food at its finest. The mustard sauce is delicious. And if you have a wood allergy, these are the corn dogs for you.
Wife's got a wood allergy. Go ahead.
They're terrific. They're fantastic. They're $3 all day long at Roosters. And if you listen about 1 hour from now, you have a chance to win a $50 Roosters gift card. So stay locked in.
Bob, can you talk about changing that to 51?
Can what?
Can you talk to Roosters about changing the gift card to 51?
We're not going to deal with this.
Okay, I'm just saying. $71. I'm sorry, $51 gets you 17 of those.
You're going to chip in an extra buck.
No, Shark wouldn't do it, so it feels like a producer job. Bob, Wisconsin came out. Their AD, Chris McIntosh, came out and gave a vote of confidence.
That sounds good.
Coach Fickell sees the potential of what this team can be, as do I, and he shares the same disappointment and frustration. Our student-athletes continue to stand and fight with character and pride.
They do play hard.
As they battle.
Those teams played hard, my man.
Through this moment of adversity, and they all deserve our support. This new era of collegiate athletics. The clear reality is that high expectations must be matched with an equal level of support. The results of this elevated support may not be immediate, but we are confident the direction will be positive and long term.
You want me to tell you what that means?
Please.
In this new era of college football, meaning we can't afford to buy him out.
Okay.
And we're not really giving the money we need to NIL. And so this is the product we're getting right now. They're playing hard. We just don't. And we've had a lot of injuries, and that stinks, but we're just really not that talented.
Florida State came out, and they had a statement also on
Billy Napier. Not quite, or not Billy Napier, Mike Norvell.
Mike Norvell, yes. Michael Alford
They had a
came
statement.
out.
Well, Florida did have a statement about
Florida made a
Napier.
statement, yes.
Said, we're relieving you of your command.
Alford said, we rightfully have high expectations in everything we do to represent Florida State in the manner that built our reputation as one of college football's best programs, cultivating an extraordinary group of supporters nationally and globally.
Globally, I like that.
That's a big one there. We embrace those expectations while also sharing the deep disappointment when results on the field are short of that standard. As we continue to move forward this season, our comprehensive assessment of the football program will be completed at season's end. Meanwhile, we are fully committed to helping Coach Norvell and the 2025 Seminoles strongly rebound in the coming weeks. So, Florida State says they're not making decisions after the season. Wisconsin gives Fickell a vote of support right there.
I don't know why you had to come out and say that. Like, that's the vote of confidence. I just don't. I've never been a big fan of it because usually it doesn't mean a whole lot. It means a lot maybe in the moment, but then people have looked and they're like, well, you gave him a vote of confidence back whenever, and now you still fired him. Well, that was different. We have to always reevaluate things constantly, and we're hoping for improvement that we didn't see. Then why did you give him the vote of confidence?
Right.
Either you're in or you're out. And if you don't know, don't say anything, and that's fine too.
Since Florida State won the 2023 ACC championship game,
yeah, they're
5-15.
I don't think they've won an ACC game since then.
I think they've lost 11 straight, I want to say, ACC conference games.
I think the last 2 years. I think Mike Norvell hasn't won one in I want to say he's 45. He hasn't won one since he was 42 or something.
Okay, the three of us, and let's do this right
Stanford.
now. Norvell and
Stanford
Fickell.
Stinks.
Do you think both of them are unemployed after the season ends? Do you think they both get canned after the season? Do you, Bodie?
Norvell, yes. Fickell, I don't think so.
Okay, so you think one of the two. Bobby?
I mean, Norvell might have the best win of anybody out there out of
In
the top 25.
Do you think they both are? Do you think they both get replaced for next season?
I honestly don't think Wisconsin can afford to fire Fickell. They
That's
owe him
my
like
thing,
30.
too.
They owe him like $30 million. And if you can fire him, like they already have problems with funding and NIL and all that stuff,
Right.
and so that's only going to exacerbate those. And you wonder, like, well, where's all the money that you get from all this other stuff? And Wisconsin is not a financially flush athletic department. They never have been, and so this is a product of what they've got to deal with.
So, I wonder about where expectations are for these two programs. Florida State should be able to compete in the ACC. They should be able to.
They should be able to win the ACC. That's what they brought them there for.
The Fickle thing.
You have Florida State. Now, Florida State had its own set of issues, which is why Jimbo Fisher left.
Right.
Because they didn't have great facilities. Like, Bobby Bowden built Florida State. That's what people don't realize. The same way Joe Paterno built Penn State. They were a all women's school in like 1950 or something like that. Bobby Bowden gets there and completely changes it. So they don't have this like robust alumni base and a lot of huge donors. And so it's kind of a struggle like for them to be able to raise money for facilities. They've got the lady who developed Spanx is a Florida State alum. And so she's worth a handful of billion. And I guess that she's handled some of the buyout. And there's like one other big donor. But they've got some financial constraints.
Mm-hmm.
And so for them to be able to get on this, that's why them and Clemson have leaned in so hard on the ACC. Because they're not just trying to compete in the ACC, they're trying to compete with the SEC and Big Ten.
Sure.
Which in reality, they're not even competing in the ACC right now. So maybe you need to recalibrate your goals a little bit. But 2 years ago, they were the class of the ACC.
Yeah.
So they fell apart. They went to this portal situation, and this is what happens when you fall in love with Portal Combat. Sometimes it gets you, and sometimes, well, finish him. And it's not the type of finish that Robert Kraft was looking for.
And I will say,
don't make that joke, Bob. Brady will text you.
That I do think it's fair for Florida State fans, though, to have those expectations. We talk a lot about
if they were
like
10-2, I think it'd be fine.
Even with I would say 8-4 with that Alabama win.
Yeah.
I think you could be like, okay, 10-3, 13-1, 2-10, but then bounce back to 8-4. Let's see if we can bring back. I don't know how much of their team is young or old or whatever, but you can build off of that. But I do think we talk a lot about fan bases and what their realistic expectations should be.
Mm-hmm.
To me, Florida State is a program that should expect to reload, playoff regular, double-digit wins. Bad seasons for them should be probably still 8 or 9 wins, especially in that conference right now. So,
Bobby Bowden coached at Florida State from 76 to 09. And
I mean, he had a run in the 90s where I think they had 10, 11 win seasons.
Was it top 5 for 15 years or whatever? Something ridiculous.
Something that will never be topped again.
Yeah.
Bob, do you think that we'll ever have something else like this happen where, we think of Florida State, we can all agree Bowden built that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We agree Paterno built Penn State, right?
Yep.
We agree Osborne built Nebraska?
Yeah.
Okay.
Coach K at Duke, right?
Coach K at Duke.
Switching sports.
But they were pretty good, though. Duke had success before. Florida State was nothing. They were not even a normal, they weren't even a full university. They were like a women's college.
Right. But I know, look, Nebraska had success before Osborne, yes, but we associate Osborne with Nebraska as far as their big run in the 70s, 80s, and into the 90s. Do you think we'll have any school with patience anymore that will let a coach be that?
Does the coach have the patience to stay there?
Another fair point. You're right, yeah.
I mean, you could argue that if Fickle maybe stayed at Cincinnati, could he have done that to Cincinnati?
Maybe, yeah, you're right.
Taking them from where they were, making a New Year's Day 6, making a 4-team playoff. Then all of a sudden they get in the Big 12. They've got an influx of cash and an infusion there. They're in a good city. Maybe he could have made them, maybe not to the national power level, but point where they're winning the Big 12 or in the conversation. Hell, they might win the Big 12 this year. He could have been a part of that. Now, I know that there was D'Antonio there, the always wonderful Brian Kelly, Butch Jones. But he was the guy that kind of leveled that up after those guys.
Yeah. You brought up the Florida State thing where they're at. Keep in mind now, folks, when Ohio State approaches a Texas or an Alabama or Georgia, it's always hey, we'll do a home and home, right?
Yeah.
Florida State in 81 and 82.
They go play anybody anywhere.
81 82, Florida State and Ohio State played 2 games in a row, back both at Ohio State. It wasn't a home and home.
Bowden said play anybody anywhere. That was their goal. We'll go
81
play
82, they played here,
anywhere.
Yeah. So yeah, Bowden certainly built that program up, and I remember I remember those games. I went
they
to
were
one.
independent in the 80s.
Yeah, independent they were, yes. But he built them up, and they played Ohio State consecutive years, both times in the shoe. It was not a home and home. It was a Ohio State and Ohio State. It was away and away for Florida State on that one. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you're right, Bob. With the money involved and with the ability to move around, I don't know if anybody's going to stay with a school for 25 years anymore.
No.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, coaches that get to schools that young.
Right.
First, because you have to be young when you start to do that. You can't be taking a job at 55 and staying there for 25 years. And the school has to have patience with the coach.
Mm-hmm.
Coach has to want to be there. And then also, it's really hard for your messaging not to fall stale after a while.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, a decade's a long time. I mean, Urban Meyer was only at Ohio State for 7 years. Jim Tressel was only here for 10 years. Ryan Day is in his 7th season as a head coach.
I hate to think of Ryan Day leaving the program.
100%, but he's
I wish
young.
he'd be here 25 years.
Marcus Freeman is young. Those guys could be at schools for conceivably 20 years if they wanted to be there.
Yes. I hope so, Bob.
But it's a function of, are you still enjoying it? And these guys make so much now. At some point, you're like, well, the strain and emotional toll that this takes on my life,
right?
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's just, is it worth my health anymore? You start getting in your upper 50s, 60s, this is killing me. This is what will eventually kill me. And then, ironically, it's what keeps you alive later. But.
Right, because Bear Bryant died right after he retired, yes.
I think it also gets back to, once again, the fan base's expectations. Yeah. Obviously, Kirk Ferentz has been at Iowa forever.
Right.
I think most Hawkeye fans are like, yeah, we're cool with making bowl games. Mm-hmm. A lot of times even getting to not just 6 wins, but 7, 8, or 9 or 10 on a really good year. And we're also not going to lose our minds, though, if we go 4-8 next year. Because we know this guy's a good coach. We know we're not going to win the Big Ten, or, every now and again they might have an outside shot at the playoff. Whereas, and I'm not saying this is even wrong, but Penn State fans, I think they were ready to be done with James Franklin.
I think so, too.
I think if you look at James Franklin's tenure, their season this year, I don't think that was necessarily fire-worthy.
Right.
But I think their fan base definitely, and probably some of the alums and the rich boosters and whatnot, were ready to be done with him, and I understand why.
Because even with everything that happened, they could have maybe pulled that thing out to 8-4, 7-5, and it's disappointing, but it's not like you're limping in there to 3-9.
No, yeah, which is a huge difference. I know sometimes fan bases like to pretend 7-5 and 3-9 are the same thing, but they really aren't. But Penn State's expectations are to win national championships, right or wrong.
Right,
that's what their fan base expects. Where a team like Iowa doesn't necessarily expect that. So if Ferentz has a down year, they're not going to lose their minds. They'll live with it.
It feels to me like we have, and I don't know if it'll end in college basketball also, but you've got Izzo at Michigan State for years.
Yeah.
You've got Self at Kansas. You know what I mean? You did have Coach K at Duke for a while, but you see, you got few at Gonzaga. You've got more guys, I think, staying longer term in college basketball with the same school than football. I'm not sure why that is.
It's easier to be a basketball coach than a football coach. You just have less people to manage.
True. Yes, less people to manage.
They're 1/8. Your staff is
and you're making
3
the
or 4
tournament.
people.
If you're decent, if you're okay, you're making the tournament.
I think the floor for a good ceiling is way lower. Now, maybe does that make sense?
I'm processing.
I'm agreeing with what I'm building off of what you just said. Making the tournament consistently kind of qualifies for it. And now there's going to be 100 teams in there by the end of the decade, and so there's a lot lower of a floor where in college football, and it's changed a little bit with the 12-team playoff, but that's still a lot more exclusive than 76 teams getting into the NCAA.
Absolutely. You play more games so you don't feel the wins and losses quite as much.
21-13 or whatever. You can still get you in. Maybe you win. There are probably times, I'm sure, with for example, with Izzo, and he's probably a little bit different because he won a national title so early that if he hadn't, who knows. But there's probably plenty of years where they won 19, 20 games. They get in as a 7th seed, and then they make the Sweet 16.
Right.
And so even though most of the year was kind of disappointing, you get to that second weekend. It's
a huge difference.
Yeah.
And plus, when you talk about the basketball thing, let's say, for instance, Ohio State basketball last year, what'd they win? They won 18, 19 games, whatever it was. They were close on that. And that's 19 wins, where Ohio State football is going to get 11, 12, 13, 14, whatever. It's going to be 16 wins at the most, whatever it's going to be. But And so you get to experience more winning at the college. More losses, sure, but I think they remember the wins more in the fact being in the tournament, though,
Well,
when you
you
make it
can
there.
schedule your way to
That too,
20
yes.
wins if
Yeah.
you like. If
Sure
you
you
have a
can,
decent
yeah.
team.
Yeah.
College basketball, too, like ranked teams lose on the road all the
Yeah.
time.
Right.
So, like, if you're a really good team, you probably don't freak out as much when you lose. If you're a lesser team, you know you're probably going to get a couple of those ranked wins at home. So that makes you feel a little bit better.
Right, and how much it fluctuates with the top 25. Yes, Ohio State may end up getting a couple of top 25 wins against teams this year that won't end up the season in the top 25.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you get somebody who's...
But at the time, this
it's
is
a
awesome.
huge win. They beat the 12th ranked team in the country.
Or they go 500 in conference play, but hey.
Coming up next, because I talk so much, it might be a quick hitter. We'll try to get 2 in, though. Quick hitters next, Morning Juice.
Hey, Bobby Carpenter here for the Riverside Bank of Dublin Sports Money Report. An NBA Titan changes hands for a jaw-dropping $6.1 billion. The Boston Celtics, long a symbol of hardwood glory, have been sold to a group led by investor Bill Chisholm. The Celtics owners paid $360 million for the team in 2002 and are now getting a 17x return. A record-setting sale that proves the value of sports continues to skyrocket. Here's Chuck Moore, the CEO, and Travis Sanders, president of Riverside Bank of Dublin, on how they help local businesses with a return on their investment.
Thanks, Bobby. We truly value our partners in this community and work with them side by side to help maximize their return on investment. We live and work in Central Ohio. We want to see it flourish, just like all of you.
Exactly, Chuck. Our partners come to us and stay with us because of our dedication to helping them grow and the amazing products we offer. Our experienced bankers and our local processing and underwriting will help you get things done faster, allowing you to seize opportunities as they come up.
Tune in every day for the Riverside Bank of Dublin Sports Money Report. Visit their office at 6300 France Road in Dublin or online at riverside.bank.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You know what hope is? Hope is action. Carving a path forward, even when it's hard.
And kids who still know how to dream. They're the best pathfinders of all.
So at Child Fund, hope means helping millions of children living in poverty worldwide to grow up healthy, educated, skilled, and so all those good things can come true for them. Safe.
And that means safe at home, safe at school, and safe online.
Hope means walking this path together. All of us. Because when we work together, we can do so much more.
That's right. Hope includes you.
Child Fund. Because we need each other.
To learn how Child Fund works with children in 23 countries to help them achieve their full potential, visit childfund.org. That's childfund.org.
What would it take for my child to only miss half a day of school for treatment?
What would it take to fund a cure for childhood cancer?
It would take all of us to come together to support the research. Join us. Go to childrenscancer.org today.
At National Geographic Society, we believe in the power of wonder. It drives us to explore, pushes us to see the world differently, moves us to action. And we believe that today, wonder is more essential than ever. Wow. That's why we're supporting a new generation of explorers to ask big questions, make breakthroughs, and bring the future closer. Wonder awaits. Will you join us? Visit natgeo.org/wonder.
Cancer screening can save your life. Begin cervical screening at age 25. At 45, colorectal and breast screening. At 50, discuss lung screening with a doctor. Find resources for free and low-cost screening at cancer.org/getscreened. This is a public service message from the American Cancer Society.
If you're looking for the inside scoop on the Buckeyes, you've come to the right place. This is Morning Juice.
I lied to you folks yesterday. I thought that Bodie had gone to South Bend for the weekend. He did not. So someone in the chat asked about that, asked if he went to the game or not. But he is here. He is back. He is live. He's better than ever. He's taking more time off on Thursday because he's selfish, or maybe he's watching cats. But let's do this.
Morning Juice presents Quick Hitters.
Sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy today at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP.
Whenever I see your smiling face, Bodie, I have to smile myself. That's what Shark always said to me, and now I'm saying it to you. What do you got for us today,
Happy
buddy?
Tuesday, fellas. We'll kind of continue the theme here of last segment's discussion. Typically, college football coaches do not want the dreaded vote of confidence from their athletic director in the middle of a given season. One man, though, that wouldn't mind one is Hugh Freeze down on the Plains at Auburn, since sitting at 0-4 in conference play this season and 14-18 overall in the middle of year 3 of his tenure with the Tigers. Freeze was asked about the statements there at Florida State and Wisconsin during his press conference yesterday on Monday. Here's what he had to say about a vote of confidence from his athletic director. Quote, "It would be huge. That would make everyone feel a lot better for sure. I haven't talked to John Cohen, the Auburn AD there. I'm going to say John has been so supportive ever since obviously my hire. They have a job to do, and certainly he has people he has to answer to. I know how close we are. I know I can get this thing fixed." Ironically enough, their athletic director there for the Tigers, AL.com, asked him about Freeze and a potential coaching change just last week, and he said, quote, "I don't know if I'm going to walk outside and my car is going to start or not. I think it is. I have an expectation it will, but if my car doesn't start enough, then I will evaluate that and make decisions about my car, but that is not my expectation at this point about our football program." Bobby, I don't know that Hugh Freeze probably feels great about the car.
Kyle Shanahan conversation, like day to day. We're all day to day.
Yeah,
Die tomorrow.
Exactly. We could all be gone tomorrow. I'm sure Hugh Freeze doesn't necessarily feel great about the car analogy, but he probably gets one more year there, I think, right? Unless the wheels totally fall off. They've kind of been hosed in a couple games
against Georgia.
And Oklahoma, too.
Yeah.
I mean, 0-4 in conference play, and 3 of those, they just lost in overtime to Missouri this past weekend. They're not terrible, but they're not winning games.
They're not winning games, but they're competitive. Like, you're not embarrassed. Like, you can have – here's the thing. Fans just have to have somebody to blame, and you can blame the refs for that Georgia loss. You know, the Oklahoma, yeah, there was some funny stuff that obviously was going on at the end of the game. You lost in overtime. Like, so there's a feeling that you're close. Like, that's what people need. You need to be able to peddle hope. And if you're getting smoked, then that's a different thing. It's better to, obviously, you want to have a better record. But
hope is a dangerous thing.
Hope is a dangerous thing.
Drive a man insane.
But it can also keep you hanging on.
It's also the best of things, Bob.
Well, it is. Maybe the best of it, Andy.
I'm going to throw these numbers at you. 3, 4, 5, 8, 10, 13, 15, 17, 20, 22.
Ranked teams that they have to play this year.
Those are ranked teams in the SEC, I'm saying. Not,
okay,
they don't play all, those are the teams that are ranked right now in the SEC. 3, 4, 5, 8, 10, 13, 15, 17, 20, 22. It's a tough road in the SEC.
Yeah.
And, you know, when the SEC had 10, 11, 12 teams, much different vibe then because it was easier to finish in the top 3 in the SEC. Now it's a lot damn harder. And the rest of the way, they got Arkansas this week, unranked. They're at Arkansas. They host UK. They're at Vanderbilt. They host Mercer.
We'll get that one.
And then host Alabama.
Say that one more time.
At Arkansas.
Okay.
Host Kentucky, both unranked.
Okay.
At Vanderbilt.
That's tougher.
Host Mercer, host Alabama.
Yeah, so if you can get the 3 that you maybe should win, and then is there any chance they can knock off Bama or Vandy? I wouldn't bet on it, obviously.
At Vandy, home against Alabama. If they
that
go
could get
3
you above 500.
If they go 3-2, they're 6-6.
Okay, yeah.
And then they go
probably
to a
gets them
bowl
one
game.
more year.
I think it probably gets them one more year.
As long as you're competitive in those games, you can't get smoked by Vanderbilt.
That's true.
And you can't get blown out at home by Bama.
And especially Vandy, too. I know they're good this year.
People
I
just
think
don't
most
figure
people,
them, yeah.
but exactly,
It's
like it's still the SEC conference. I think, and their fan bases in particular still look at it. It's like, well, it's Vanderbilt,
right?
Guys, the 2025-26 NBA season gets underway tonight with a pair of games on NBC and Peacock, if you got it. On the schedule tonight, the Rockets take on the defending champion, Oklahoma City Thunder, and OKC at 7:30. Then at 10 o'clock, the Warriors go on the road to take on the Lakers in L.A. On the eve of what will be his 18th season in the league, Kevin Durant and the Houston Rockets agreed to a 2-year extension worth $90 million for the superstar. That deal includes a player option for the 2027-28 season. And with that new deal in hand, Durant now holds the record for the highest career earnings in NBA history at $598.2 million based on current and future salaries. He passes LeBron James at $583.9 million. Durant is set to earn $54.7 million this season and now has a total of 3 years and $144.7 million on his contract. Tito,
It's all those team-friendly deals LeBron did.
That's what it is.
Exactly. Not a bad living if you can make it.
I can't. It's funny. We're talking about a 2-year, $90 million extension being team friendly.
Yeah, he left $30 million on the table.
Right. Yes, he did leave 30. We could have signed up to 120. Yeah, the fact he passed LeBron, that's so funny on the career earnings that they've had that much in there. But the Rockets will be fun to watch this year. I think they've got.
They're going to be really good.
They are going to be really good. And it's funny thinking how old Durant is now. 37 years old doing this. He had another good year last year. I know we talk about what LeBron's done, and it's been longer than Durant's career, obviously. But last season, Durant, 26.6 points, 6 rebounds, 4.2 assists, only played 62 games.
Who did he play for last year?
Last year's Phoenix.
Yeah, they missed the playoffs.
Yeah.
Didn't
play in.
So it was 2 years ago he blew his Achilles then.
More than that. That was like
the
4.
2019
was it 4 or 5? Yeah, it was a while back. Because he went to the Nets after that.
Yeah.
And then to
sat
Phoenix.
out a year, played.
Did all that.
2 years
No,
in
didn't Phoenix have
Brooklyn.
someone blow their Achilles though last year?
I don't know if they did or not. Because they had Booker, they had...
Bradley Beal never played.
Yeah,
Maybe
Bradley Beal, they
does
had
that
Booker, they
count?
had Durant. I don't know if somebody last year blew it. I know that Fred VanVleet for the Rockets this year,
Tore his ACL, which
he's
is-
out for the year. It's a
that's
big
tough,
loss for them.
yeah.
Yes, he was going to be the starting point guard. So the Rockets right now the fifth best odds to win the NBA title this year at 14-1. And like I said, they play tonight against the on the road against the
OKC.
Thunder.
Yep.
Yeah, but the Thunder are going to get their, I guess, rings and raise a banner, whatever the hell they're going to do. But so Durant, look, one of the best, just like pure scorers.
Oh, yeah.
NBA history.
And he can still get it done at this age.
Right.
He's not 2016 Kevin Durant, but he's
No.
still pretty damn good.
Yeah, and so this Houston team will be fun to watch. So they do have some young talent on that one, and we'll see how they do. 15-time All-Star. Gosh, it's
Fifth
fun.
best odds, you say there?
What's that?
Fifth best odds.
They have the fifth best
OKC.
odds. It's probably OKC. It's probably what? It's
Knicks.
Knicks.
Denver.
Maybe probably Denver in there too. Yeah, I would
Sounds
guess.
about right,
Yeah,
I would
think that's
guess,
what it'd be. So, but they are 14-1 on ESPN Bet. But
Jay Sean Tate still with the Houston Rockets.
Is he still with them? Yeah, he was
Is that
good.
a question or a...
Yeah,
A little bit of a comment. And half
Jay
a
Sean
question.
Tate. Look, he's a guy that's
He's carved out a
Yes,
He
really
signed a
nice
1-year,
career,
$3 million contract.
If you look at his numbers,
That was after going overseas for a...
Did he go overseas for a year?
Yeah.
I forgot about that. then,
Multiple
too.
years even.
Yeah, he was over there for 2018 to 2020,
He
and then
played-
signed with the Rockets in 20.
Is in 2018, 2019, he played for the Antwerp Giants.
Yeah.
And then 2019, 2020, the Sydney Kings.
Yeah, but he's been in the NBA since then, though.
Been
He
in the
averaged
NBA since then, yeah.
2021, 22, he averaged 11.8 points a game, 5.4 rebounds,
He
just
started
26 minutes.
77 games.
Yeah, and his,
That's how
21,
bad
22,
they
yeah.
were.
That's how good Jay Sean Tate is.
What year was that?
That was in
21, 22.
22.
Okay, yeah, the Houston was
Started
pretty bad
58 the year
around
before
there.
that. I mean, he played a lot. He's gone down precipitously since then, but you can carve your way out as a role player and they like you and you're a good locker room guy, man. That's awesome for him.
Yeah.
Dude, he's coming off a 3-year, $22 million deal, so good for him.
Coming up next, we will get you caught up what happened in sports last night, and then we'll jump into Schlegs. It's a Schlegs Day, folks. Buckle up, hang on. We are next here on Morning Juice.
More and more these days, people who are in pain are taking control of their health and looking beyond traditional medicine. Hey, it's Tyvis Powell. People just like you are finding lasting relief without steroids, medication, or surgery. Right here in Columbus at QC Kinetics. You'll be treated by highly regarded orthopedic surgeon Dr. Ray Tesner, founder of Grant Sports Medicine. Here's how it works. Your blood contains tiny but mighty healing tools. At QC Kinetics, Dr. Tesner and his team get to the root of where your pain stems from, right down to the cells involved. By putting these natural elements to work, your body can revitalize your joints, literally using your own power to heal. It's a simple injection, not a hospital stay. It's fast, all natural, and there's no downtime. If your back, knees, or shoulders are keeping you from enjoying life, explore all your options before you agree to more pills or surgery. Find out if you're a good candidate. Go to qckinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
Football season's heating up, and so are the deals at Germain Toyota. Right now, drive home a rugged 2025 Toyota Tacoma with 2.99% APR for up to 48 months, or go big with the all-new 2026 Toyota Tundra, Also 2.99 APR for up to 72 months. Built tough, built smart, built for whatever your game day brings. Find your next Toyota at Germain Toyota at the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road, or start your next adventure online at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota of Columbus. See dealer for details.
Being diagnosed with leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, or one of over 100 other types of blood cancer makes people want more time to do the things they love. That means more time to be artists, prom dates, world travelers, and moms. We are Blood Cancer United, the world's leading organization focused solely on blood cancer research, support, and advocacy. We do the most for more people with blood cancer, so people with blood cancer can do more of whatever they want. Blood Cancer United. Join us at bloodcancerunited.org.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a Bright Focus Foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
Proud to be your go-to sports addiction.
WBNS, WBNS-FM, HD3 Columbus.
The Fan 3, Ohio sports destination. Attack and dominate. You're locked into Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
It is Morning Juice. Coming up here very shortly, Anthony Schleg will join us and pay close attention because something Schleg says may get you a $50 gift card to Roosters. Bobby's Jackets are in Dallas tonight at 8 o'clock. Detroit beats Tampa Bay last night 24-9. Seattle over Houston 27-19 in that doubleheader on Monday Night Football. Toronto beats Seattle 4-3 to advance to the World Series in Game 7. Game 1 is Wednesday in Toronto between the Blue Jays and the Dodgers.
Yeah, man, I'd turn that Seattle. I mean, those games start so late.
Friday night, I think, for Game 1, right?
No, I think it's Wednesday night. What are you talking about? Did I miss it? Then I'm looking at it right now. Look at the schedule. Friday night, Game 1.
That's what I'm here for, Tito.
I clicked on Wednesday on the ESPN schedule. It comes up Friday. I literally clicked on it. It's Friday. You're right. When I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong.
Well,
I was wrong.
There you go. What's his name?
Lenny Briscoe. Jerry Orbach.
Jerry Orbach. I was
Yes.
trying to actually get the actor's name, not just Lenny Briscoe. I tried to watch a little bit of that last night, but I was watching the Bucks and the Lions. I clicked over, and it's like second quarter, and they're still in like the first or second inning. I'm like, when are we starting these games? My kids would never be able to make it up to see the end of this thing.
No, Bob,
Terrible.
I know. And I remember growing up and watching, like I would watch World Series games and still get to bed at a decent enough hour. You can't do it anymore, is it?
I wanted to try to, it's like, maybe I'll just have a little taste, see what's happening here. And I watched a couple, I watched, well,
You're going to sit in that bathroom.
Yeah, that's true. Let me show you how to do it. I saw it was 1-1 when they both scored in the first.
That sounds about right, I think, yeah. It was 1-1 quick and early.
Yeah, so I saw those, but that's why I'm like, man, it's like it was like right around halftime I saw that. I was like, this is gross.
It was 1-1 after 1, 2-1 going into the fifth.
Yeah, I maybe saw that. Maybe I clicked over and saw that 2-1. That may have been it. And I'm telling you, I clicked over. I watched probably less than 2 minutes of the game each time. But I just, like, this is so late. I can't get emotionally invested in this because I'm going to go to bed.
I think that's my thing, too, because I watched a decent chunk of the Lions-Bucks.
Yeah,
and
I love that.
I would have stayed up, or maybe not watch. I don't know if I would have stayed up to the end.
Texans Seahawks game?
But I did not catch a whole lot of that game. But shout out to Seattle. I can't imagine. I don't know what the record is for 4 turnovers and still winning a game all time for NFL teams, but I can't imagine it's very high win percentage. But yeah, I didn't really watch any of the baseball last night. And normally I would have, but when I know for sure I'm not going to be able to stay up till the end, I'm just kind of like, I tap out. And it was a great game too. I mean, catching some of the highlights and the Springer's home run there in the 7th. And I'll be watching Friday night. I don't know. Is there any good college football games?
Based on
the
historical
Friday night?
data, the percentage chance of winning an NFL game with 4 turnovers is extremely low, possibly under 10%.
That sounds about right.
That does. It might even be lower. Hold on. Over the prior 3 seasons, teams with at least 4 turnovers had a record of 60-9 or a 6.3 winning percentage. So, like, I mean, if you extrapolate that, I'm guessing
single digits.
You want to pick out the number. It's probably somewhere between 5 and 10%, depending on any given year.
I'm
you
surprised
pull it.
it's that high, to be honest with you.
Believe me, I feel like it's probably closer to 5 than 10.
Yeah.
Friday night college football is North Texas at Charlotte.
Okay.
California at Va-Tech.
ACC battle.
Yes. Boise
Classic.
State at Nevada.
Okay. Boise
no.
State's been. Hey, listen.
It's fine. If you want to watch it, Boise State's
I need
on the
Boise
road.
State to find their way back into the top 25.
I don't know if you guys ever get out of your silo and listen last night. So, and speaking of that Lions game, Jahmyr Gibbs ended up scoring. I think he scored twice.
Scored twice, yep. Had a
And
big game.
Rothman had a 5-man party pack.
Oh.
Which sounds like something you might want to order off the back of the menu.
Sure.
That's per Charlie Sheen. But he had anytime touchdowns for 5 players.
Okay.
He had 4. It was like 10-1 odds.
Okay.
And he had all 4 going into last night. They were offering him a 60% cash out. And after Gibbs had like 78 total yards in the first quarter.
Right.
But he didn't score. Like, it took him a minute. He scored second after Amon-Ra St. Brown. And I was like, when he scored, I go, there you go, buddy. It hit. And then he scored again. The second time he goes, I cashed it. I'm like, he was like, cashed after Amon-Ra St. Brown scored. I'm like, dude, they were just rolling up and down the field. Is Schleg's not answering?
He did not answer.
I texted him last night to make sure he'd be good.
He's unbelievable. Like,
Are we breaking the glass? You recalling the wife?
I'm going to text Steph. I'm going to make sure she knows what that's what he's like, she knows what she married. I'm like, exactly.
She knows what she married.
We didn't get to work out yesterday because he was in Texas, but I think we're starting on Monday next week with me and Schleg.
You're looking forward to that?
The best part is now, like, it's at 7, so I know she's awake.
Sure.
And when it was at 6:15, like, I felt
Hit or
bad
miss.
texting her. Like,
Yeah, Gibbs yesterday, 17 for 136 on the ground, 2 touchdowns, and also he had a good receiving day.
oh, he had a fantasy
3 for
monster.
82, yeah.
If you had 3 for 82 at running back.
He's the first player.
Sorry,
with
PPR wasn't there for you, buddy.
The last-
back in 82 yards.
the last player to have that many total yards as far as offensive yards in a game for the Lions was Calvin Johnson when he had 329.
I remember that
receiving
game. That was
yeah.
against the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, listen.
Mike
in
had
all
3 sacks.
fairness, Rob Ryan tried to guard him with like 3 and 4
did,
guys.
like,
It wasn't
his fault.
due.
Jeff Heath was out there like.
What year was that, you think?
mossed. 2012.
Yeah, I think that was right. It wasn't his fault. Like, in all fairness, sometimes
Not
your
your
coach
fault,
like,
son.
why don't you just double? Yeah, exactly.
It's not your fault.
Thanks.
Stop messing with me, Sean. It's not your fault.
No, what the heck? It's,
No, not you.
you too.
Not you too. Right? It's not your
You
fault.
too.
but he, there's times you're like, why don't you just triple cover him there?
Yeah.
Like Rex Ryan said,
Okay.
"Bet, let's go. Everybody get over there.
Yeah, this still doesn't matter.
Stafford said, oh, he's on the goal line. We'll just let's throw like 11 feet in the air. None of those other guys can go get it. They're too short.
Where does he rank on the unguardable list for you?
He's the best. He's
Better
the
than
best.
Moss.
Yeah, he's the best.
Really?
He weighs like 30 pounds more than Moss.
Okay, but Moss is probably faster.
That's fine. You can disrupt guys. You can push them off their spot and their route. You go watch. Moss would get probably more separation on things. And I'll tell you this. You show me a game where Calvin Johnson didn't play hard.
No, look, okay, Bob, that is fair.
And I said for one game,
Yeah.
like Jerry Rice, his longevity, R.I.P. Mike Evans, because watching him getting carted off. He's
Out 6 to 8
Broken
weeks.
collarbone,
Yeah.
not dead. Just to clarify.
Well, season's dead. I don't think
6
he's.
to 8.
I don't think he's going to be able to hit that consecutive 1,000-yard.
I don't think
Oh,
so.
that's right.
We already broke it last year.
Yeah, but he can't add
Tied
to
it.
it.
Can't
Right,
tie
we
it.
tied it, Rice, yeah.
Which
It
I
just
never
popped
thought-
up on
yeah,
Sports
I never
Center,
thought anyone would tie that record.
Yeah.
Like 11 years, because you can't. It basically says you could never have a season-ending injury, and then he finally got him. And Mike Evans is a tough son of a gun, man. He is a great player and a great dude. I mean, he's in that realm with Calvin. So like longevity, Jerry for sure. One game, it's Calvin all day.
See, I think one game it's Moss. I think that
Maybe a season.
a season I would go Calvin. But if I'm looking at one game thing,
I'm just telling you, I played against Randy and nothing against him because I think he's probably he's number 2, and it's not that far apart.
Did you ever tackle Randy?
That's a good question. Played him in the preseason.
Right.
I don't think so because they didn't run a whole lot of stuff over the middle.
Over the middle
Randy,
with him, yeah.
And he didn't run a lot of stuff that was short. Most of his stuff was down the field.
If Calvin had Randy's personality, we'd probably talk a lot more about Calvin.
100%. But Calvin was the best human being I'd ever been around. She said he's up. Give him another call.
All right, give him another ring here.
Said he tried to call back.
He did.
He
probably called 9710.
Said he only called once.
He called 97. He called the other show is what he did. There's probably yeah, Dylan's over there wondering who the hell's calling me right now and ask for calls.
Dylan's
so
awake?
Schleg has to know. I don't know if he's in. I don't know. Maybe he is. Is there somebody over there with him today?
I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know.
But anyway,
yeah.
they
oh, look, I just heard Bodie say good morning, Schlegs.
But Calvin, like one of the elite human beings, played through injury, didn't care about anything else, like just wanted to go out there. Tough guy and just an awesome teammate. Anytime anyone needs something signed, whatever it was, like he was never too big for anyone. That's said, if your kid was born with infinite ability and was going to be a superstar, you'd want him to grow up to be Calvin Johnson.
All right, looks like he's awake. He was awake before. I'm not going to say that. Here
Allegedly.
he is.
The best way to start a morning is with a heavy dose of iron. Gas station ready, always. It is Schleg Day.
We're not going to point fingers, but Schlegs is with us now. Were you busy skinning an animal? Is that why you're late, Schlegs?
No, he only called one time, but I did have my ringer off.
What do you say? You only called one time? You're like, hey, you know that we were going to call, and say you only called once.
You know what? I'm dead serious, guys. I'm not going to lie to you.
Thank you.
I thought it was Monday.
Schlegs, I texted you last night, and I said, are you good for tomorrow morning? And you said yes.
Yeah. But you got to remember,
he was in Dallas. That's a different time zone.
I was in Dallas all weekend, right? And then we came back yesterday, Monday. But really, you still think it's kind of Sunday. You know what I mean? I didn't watch Monday Night Football. We got back. It was just a long, extended weekend. And I'm not going to lie, this Tuesday one creeps up on me. I got to do a better job maybe the night before, just going over my calendar for the day and it's actually Tuesday. Because it was the furthest from my mind as my eyelids were closed and I was just in my bed, just snuggled up. Oh, right next to old Steffers right here. So beautiful.
Don't call her old Steffers. Don't do that. Don't call your wife old anything.
Oh, buddy, listen, man. We're secure in our age. In our relationship. She just said, speak for yourself.
Schlegs, should we, or would it be better for us if instead of counting on you, we just count on Steph for a Schlegs segment?
You can always count on her. She's amazing. Me, not so much.
Old Steph.
She ties the room together. Let me tell you.
Your line to me about her saying, she knows what she married is one of the great lines of all time. You've lowered expectations that much, Schlegs, which I always find this amazing because you were at the United States Air Force Academy in prep school for 3 years. And so I'm not sure how this operated when you were there.
No, we did it by letters, but let me tell you something, guys. I just got done visiting my dad. He's been having some health issues, and he's 80. And she's like, if this is a if this is what's going down, count me out, I was like, old Rod, he's over there. God bless him. Just telling the nurses how to do physical therapy. He was a trip, dude. Yesterday he was on point. Yesterday we were talking. We had to go over and get some stuff signed, and he's over there, Fred, go into my room. Because he's like, I got this whole new offense that I've been writing up. I'm like, all right, yeah, I can't wait to see it. I go in there, it's like tax stuff. He's like, yeah, bring those out. But, I was trying to get some medical information. And then all of a sudden we went to AI, we went to stocks, and then how he likes to drive up to Oklahoma and gamble. It was amazing. I mean, this conversation went all over the place. Yeah. God bless him. And I'm just like, hey, you know what? You can keep talking, just put that oxygen on. He's like, the doctor said I don't need oxygen. He's like, no, he said that lack of oxygen is not the problem because you're not getting oxygen in your blood. But why not microdose on the free oxygen? Well, it costs me $20 a month. I'm like, you don't pay for it. Your insurance pays for it. It's free. Microdose free oxygen. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, did you guys watch the Buckeye game together, Schlegs?
Oh yeah, we watched it together in the hospital.
What was that like? Because I love watching games with my dad, just getting for his perspective and his comments. I'm sure your dad makes some unbelievable comments during the games.
Oh, my dad's comments are hysterical. But like the TV was literally the size of a monitor, but like a 14-inch monitor, like a MacBook type monitor, just on the wall directly in front of his bed. So I mean, like I could see it though. But he's like, "Oh, that was a throw. That was a great catch." You know what I mean? Like it was kind of some of those things that we were watching the offensive line, and he's like, "Oh, we gotta get more push," or like he'll say something like that. He'll talk about some of the good plays on defense, and then we'll just kind of talk. Well, try to talk ball because he broke a couple ribs when he fell, and because when I got there, like. I mean, when I got there, they hadn't given me any medicine. I was like, hey, and that's what Steph is amazing. She just goes and talks to her. Hey, can we get some medicine for this guy? And end up getting him some. So made the game way more enjoyable.
She is Steph to me. She's old Steph to you. Do you think that they should offer upgrades in hospitals like, if you want to get this room, it's got a bigger television, faster internet, and all of that? Is that something that should be regularly offered as an upgrade when you go to a hospital stay?
No, I just think that, I mean, I can't speak for what goes on in Columbus, Ohio, but, man, they were very short-staffed. It was nice. Like, he had his own room, you know what I mean? And he had the pee bottle right there, you know what I mean? They had the little tape across the toilet like nobody's used it yet, so that was nice.
Fresh toilet for your Schlegs?
Yeah, fresh toilet. Anyway, I can't. Anyways, so we just see nurses, man. They were very short staffed. They had a lot of people doing a lot of things, man, and you're just helping out. Like, hey, how can I help? Just show me where the station is. I got stuff. So it's all good.
Schlegs, have you ever been mistaken for another like celebrity or athlete?
I don't get mistaken at all. People don't necessarily recognize me. Do you know what they recognize?
What's that?
The voice. When I speak, they'll be like, "Oh, Schlegs, is that you?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, I've heard the voice. Like, yeah, man. Yeah, but it's not like you got to remember when we played such a long time ago, we all had really long hair, and I was 25 pounds. Like that Schlegs ate this Schlegs.
You were more than 25 pounds heavier, Schlegs. Let's be honest.
No, I'm not. I'm 225 right now.
Okay.
I was 250.
You didn't carry it well, but you look great now.
Yeah, I carried 250 about as good as I could carry 250. I'm not like necessarily a big guy. I didn't need to be 250. I would have felt really good about 235.
But, you're nice and beefy, Schlegs. That's the way we liked you back then.
Oh, I think I'm wondering if when I lost weight, if I lost weight in my face.
Oh, 100%, dude.
My face, but in my head. My head's still dense.
But you used to have those big cheeks that you look like a squirrel storing up like Oreos for the winter in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my eyes were... You couldn't see my eyes as well.
There's so much meat on your cheeks, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Good times, though, man. Loved Oreo cookies. Loved Oreos. Chicken wings, extra ranch, butt heavies. So good.
Not cardio. improvement week for the Buckeyes, Schlegs.
Yeah, buddy.
Second one. Coming off of this game with Fick. By the way, his AD gave him the vote of confidence, said he's got the vision for the future.
Let me ask you that. So we're seeing all of this, and we got and you and I had already been talking about on the Bobby Carpenter show that one, his seat is somewhat hot because they're underperforming, but he's also lost his starting quarterback 3 years in a row. But we also said that they don't have the money to buy him out, and they haven't been giving him the resources to do stuff, period. Right? So they obviously have to make some changes. That's good that the AD came out. Does the AD have to come out? So we got Hugh Freeze begging his AD, come out and support me.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's going to go a long way, but they're kind of like, well, I don't know. And then Billy Napier gets fired, and, you know, so, like, do they have to come out and say? Because they could still say, oh, yeah, he's our guy. Mike Norvell, we're going to support him. But still in the background, they're having side combos, and he just continues to lose this year after you beat Alabama the first game, and then you haven't won an ACC game in 2 years, and you're Florida State. And that's coming off of a 13-0 season before you go to the bowl game.
Schlegs, we've got a question in the chat.
That's a great question, Schlegs.
And Bobby answered. I know you're not in the chat, so you can't cheat and see it. I want to see if you match up with Bobby's answer. Cogley, who's great for us, he in the chat Hall of Fame with us, wants to know what type of Oreo do you go after? Regular, double stuff, mega, or a special flavor?
Oh, my gosh, this is such a good question.
I didn't even know about the special flavors.
Well, yeah, they have like a peanut butter one.
You can tell peanut butter is different color, but they have the funfetti ones, which I didn't know. And I'm like, I was eating these.
Red velvet.
And I go, Court, are these like some special Oreo? Like, these are great. And she goes, yeah, they're funfetti. I'm like, why wouldn't they just make this the normal color? This is way better. Go ahead, Schlegs.
So what's your answer?
I never deviate from the original.
What?
No.
Double stuff. You got to be at least double stuff.
No, you're influencing now because you said double stuff is what you said. He said regular. That's the answer. It's on record.
Time out. I'm going into depth. When it comes to Oreos, I have some prior knowledge, okay, and intimate details about Oreos. When you could sit down literally and consume an entire bag of Oreos like I used to do in college, and could easily do today. But I try not to live in my Tito world. That's being fat, Tito, just so you know. That's
Anthony Eats will be a new segment.
Yeah. Oh, man. Loving. Anyways, so I've always been an original guy. The double stuffed, I had it a while ago. Yeah, I'm always like, no, I just like original, like double stuffed. I'm not even going to try it. And then I tried it. I was like, oh, this is actually pretty good. So I'm neither here nor there. But here's what I do know, and I haven't tried this. Maybe we should try it out, Steph. Let's get a bag. Let's do a test. Let's do a test. So I would always take my Oreos two at a time. Two at a time. Because I believe in the bag. I believe in the bag. They came in 3 rows.
Yes.
There were 3 rows. Mm-hmm. So I would always go 2, and I really condensed my rows to a row and a half, and that's how I would dunk them with salad tongs. But you had to use the metal ones, like the salad, the metal ones, they have like a little triangle at the bottom, so you could actually grip. If the plastic ones with the little teeth don't work as well, you need the metal ones. But I always broke the top third of the Oreo. Why? Because that way when you dunk it, you get complete milk saturation. And then you wait till the bubbles go. That's your indicator. That's the green light. Like, hey, these are soft enough, right? Boom. Take them out, slurp them down, 2 at a time. Proof David Copperfield, you ate an entire bag while playing Tiger Woods golf, and you're only at hole 6.
Schlegs.
That's how it works.
That is our Schlegs fitness tip for the week. And by the way, people in chat, Schlegs, are saying prayers for your father. They are picking up on that. So best to your father. Hope he does well. And somebody else thought it was funny. You called it Tito World. That's great. Somebody asked if you dump the whole bag in a bowl with milk and a spoon. Also a possibility.
Ooh, that's like cereal.
Yes, I could see you doing that, Schleg. I'm only saying because I've done it.
I would crunch them up though before. I would crunch. I mean, honestly, you could do an Oreo cereal.
But they have an Oreo cereal. They do have that out there.
But then it would be like there's something about the suppleness of just when it comes out of the milk, for that brief period of the bubble time. I'm concerned that if it was a cereal, it would get soggy and then it would just fall to the bottom, and then you're just literally just trying to scooping up milk. It's like when you go put sugar on your Cheerios. This is another great question. It's like, or if you have Life cereal that has some sugar.
At the bottom,
I don't put sugar on Frosted Flakes. I don't. But if I'm just eating straight raw, just straight Cheerios, I always would put sugar on top. Now,
you get diabetes, dude.
Buddy, I don't do this now because I don't eat cereal, okay? And I am free, and I'm working on my A1Cs. All right, Bob. I'm working on it, okay? I'm a work in progress. But what I would do is I'd put sugar on my Cheerios, and then at the bottom, when you get to the bottom,
the sugar
you
milk.
scoop it up, and then, it's like on your spoon when you still got some of those in there. You're just like, oh, yeah, baby, this is what it's about.
All right, Schleg, I'll give you my tip. Next time, what you do is you get Frosted Flakes and crush up some Oreos and put it in there. I'm telling you, dude, it's heaven. Appreciate the time, my friend. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're back from Texas.
Hey,
yeah.
Go freaking Buckeyes. They looked really good.
They did. Schlegs, we'll talk next week.
Maybe.
Hey.
Yeah.
You guys stay classy. Just call Steffers.
We'll do.
My Steph girl. All right, later. Buckeyes.
Let's Anthony
Schlegs needs to subscribe to the Guess Who. No sugar tonight. Stay off the diabetes.
I would recommend you not get diabetes. That's coming from personal experience. Coming up next, Ryan Day spoke. We got some Buckeye Roundtable sound next. Morning Juice.
Delaware County Veterans Services, here for those who served. Located on the ground floor of the historic courthouse in downtown Delaware, our team of Veteran County Veteran Service officers is ready to help you access VA benefits, emergency financial assistance, dental and medical grants, transportation, and more. Need a ride to a VA appointment? Facing a financial emergency? Are you or your spouse simply looking for answers? Then give Delaware County Veterans Services a call. 740-833-2010 to schedule an appointment. Delaware County Veterans Services.
Mommy, can I sit in the front seat just this one time? Please, please, please.
No, not yet.
But why?
Because I love you, and you're just not ready yet. Now, get in the back so I can get you in your car seat, please.
Putting your kids in the right seat for their age and size is an act of love. Check that your kids are in the right seat at NHTSA.gov/the right seat. Love protects. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
It all connects. The girl who walks for hours to bring home the family's water, the school she can't attend most days, her little brother's belly laugh, her dreams of being a teacher, an engineer, the mayor. It all connects. But at Child Fund, so do we, through everything we do, so every child can grow up healthy, educated, and safe. Because we need each other. Learn more at childfund.org.
My mom is a veteran and she was injured in the line of duty.
I hurt my leg in a training accident when she was only 2 years old.
She had 7 different surgeries over the span of 9 years, and there were tons of complications.
I couldn't be the mom my kids needed me to be.
She missed so much.
After my last surgery, I got an infection so bad I thought it was going to kill me.
I told her she couldn't leave me yet. There was still so much she had to see. I hadn't even graduated.
I'm doing much better now. I may have lost my leg, but I've gained so much. I'm an active part of my kids' lives.
She can kick a mean soccer ball.
DAV's been there for me and my family. Through thick and thin, they've had our back.
Every year, DAV helps more than 1 million veterans like Sandy get the health and disability benefits they've earned, so they can achieve victories great and small.
My victory is getting my life back. I got my joy back.
We got our mom back, thanks to DAV.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Wildlife around the globe needs help. And when you help protect them, you become a friend of the San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance.
Thank you for being a friend.
Travel down the road and back again.
Your heart is true, you're a pal and a confidant.
Thank you for helping protect wildlife around the globe. Without you, there's no them. Learn more at sdzwa.org/friend.
Attack and dominate. You're locked into Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
I can make this joke, Bobby, because I do currently and have dealt with diabetes, but Jonathan in the text said, if you say Wilford Brimley 3 times while staring into a mirror, you get diabetes.
No, Liberty Medical calls you.
Is that what happens?
Call them. If you need a bank that truly values local business in this town and the opportunity to work alongside them as partners, whether you're a small business or a large operation, Riverside Bank of Dublin have the right tools for the job. Riverside Bank of Dublin has the experience of working here in Central Ohio. They understand the business climate in our area, and they're going to help you reach your goals, whether you need an SBA loan to get your business off the ground, a line of credit to keep your business running smoothly, or equipment financing to get your business up to scale. Riverside Bank will tailor a solution that fits your needs. Visit them at riverside.bank or stop in to get to know them at 6300 France Road, Riverside Bank of Dublin, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I haven't heard this sound yet, but I'm not sure if Ryan Day mentions me specifically.
Doubtful.
Possibly. We don't know yet, Bob, but he was talking because I did light a fire under Carnell Tate. Here is Ryan Day on Buckeye Roundtable talking about Carnell Tate.
Yeah, I think everyone has to make the transition from, just running routes on air and 7-on-7, actually playing the game of football. And it starts with blocking. You can't just run routes and be a route running specialist. You got to get your nose dirty. You got to block and be a part of the run game. That's important as a receiver. I think you've seen our guys do that. And then the next step is making contested catches, especially on third down and in the red zone. And I think Carnell's doing that as good as anybody in the country right now. I mean, you see some of the catches he's making with bodies draped all over him, and then coming down with it. And I think that's important. And then obviously the run after the catch, ability to take care of the football and become a running back when the ball's in your hands. And that's the physicality of the game that, some receivers, learn and others don't. And you're seeing Carnell's game take off because I just think the overall physicality of his game is taking the next step.
You people, your team, Bob, in 2002, back then when you played for Tressel, was receivers blocking such a huge deal?
I think we had guys that kind of inherently did it, but as college football has gone to more of a wide receiver spread passing attack, it was something that Urban really emphasized because you would get guys that thought they were really good that didn't want to block. And so then that was not something that you were able to kind of fly with. It wasn't a good situation. So that's Urban really started leaning in on that, and then Ryan has just embraced it to the same, if not a higher degree. And Heartline emphasizes that as well in their room.
When I think of Tressel, I think of special teams, as far as how important that was to him. And when I think of Ohio State, though, I think they've got running backs that can pass protect, tight ends who can block in addition to catching, and wide receivers who can block. Out of those other ones, we talk about wide receivers now, but like with Tressel, was it an emphasis on pass protect from running backs and also on tight ends being able to block?
Yeah, well, like tight ends had to be able to block. That's all our tight ends did. I mean, that's kind of what it was back then. So the tight ends always were blockers. Like Hartsock was catching like 30 balls, and that was a great year. 35 balls maybe one year. So tight end always blocking. The wide receivers, I mean, they worked on it, but we ran it a lot more. Now when you start to throw it, and then when you got into the spread, which is what Urban did, I mean, your guys had to block because you had 3 receivers on the field all the time, and so you had someone on the interior that was going to either be blocking a slot corner, a linebacker, a safety, and those guys are going to be integral in the run game. And then you realize now with the bubble screens and everything else, and it's like you want your guys to block for you, then you got to block for them.
Ryan Day also spoke about seeing other teams that are like ranked highly getting knocked off and what that means for him and for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a good reminder. We're all in the hotel and we're watching those Friday night games, and it just gets everybody's attention. And I think it's good. It was interesting doing bed check and going around, and just about every room was watching those games and into it. I think our guys love the game, love football, and it's good to make sure that we understand that we got to bring it on a week-to-week basis, and we know every week an opportunity to get the Indianapolis on the line.
It is, Bob, and I am so hopeful. God, I hope Ohio State and Indiana keep on winning. How cool would that be to see a 1v2 in the Big Ten championship game?
Yeah, I think there's a real possibility that happens. Assuming that nobody melts down. I mean, all these teams should be favored in their games. They both have to play Penn State coming through, but really the meat of their schedule has been taken care of.
Yeah. It's going to be an interesting last few weeks college football and see if anyone else does get knocked off. But, the three of us played the fun game about, how far down do you go in the polls. And I'm not going to do that today because we didn't plan for it and give you guys any heads up on it. So it's a tough game you got to prep for. But curious, Bob, do you feel like now there are more teams capable of winning the title or less than maybe a couple weeks ago? Or has it changed?
I think it's still the same. Like I just don't know who's good in the SEC. Like who is good enough to be able to win it. That's the problem.
Yeah. Bama, Georgia,
question mark.
Yeah.
Ole Miss, question mark.
Yeah.
Is Vanderbilt good enough potentially win it? Oklahoma, I need to see them with Mateer at full strength.
Yes.
That's part of it. Outside of that.
Not LSU?
It's hard to
know about that.
He's just trying to get his jabs in now.
Okay.
That's fine.
Sorry, they lost their second game of the year
Second,
now?
yeah, so far.
And they've got-
Right.
Yeah.
I think that is a question mark. Like there's still time.
I told you guys 2 weeks ago that I wanted to see Ohio State, Miami, undefeated, both of them in the national championship game.
Well, that's not going to happen. I
Thank
think Miami. I'm sorry, Miami's in that group as well.
Right, but Miami's not going to be defeated. Now, but if I gave you your ultimate, I don't know why I'm asking Bodie this. I know Ohio State, Notre Dame, fine, I got it, Bodie. Or Notre Dame, LSU would be your other one, I guess. But
We keep playing them every year. We
that's
got to
fine,
win
yes.
one.
At some point, you would think so. Bobby, is there a matchup?
I think Notre Dame has a chance at winning it.
I do
honestly.
too. Yes,
So do
I
I,
do.
Bob.
Okay, I we know you do, Bodie. God, I wish I'd cut your mic off on my end here. Now Patrick and Steve are going to put stuff in the chat. Bob, is there a matchup that would most excite you right now? If I see you can put Ohio State against this team in the championship game, is there one that you're like, you know what? Either because of historical reasons or they never play this team or just be fun to watch. Is there a team you'd say, you know what? If I could pick my game, it would be this.
I mean, like you look last year, the Ohio State Notre Dame game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's two iconic brands, two huge teams playing. Like that's going to draw a lot. The rematch factor. I don't know if they've ever had like an exact rematch of two teams playing. So
Sure.
I think that would be that would be fun. The Miami game I think would be fun with those two teams, just with their history of going back to 2002. They could throw some highlights of Bowserman throwing the ball out of bounds back in 2011.
Now we're going to get Bowserman hate.
And I think probably the Georgia or Bama game. I think like probably those four teams would probably provide a lot of intrigue.
I'd love to see Georgia, Bama, Oklahoma, Notre Dame. One of those four. And even Miami, I guess. There's five in there. But yeah, I think that out of all of those, though, look, the Notre Dame games always feel fun for Ohio State fans. But it just feels like it's just because
they're good games.
Yes.
And there's a lot of tied, like mutual history, going back and forth. If Lou Holtz is still alive, by that time they get
Not
there.
sure, right?
Come on, Bob.
Listen, he's in his mid-80s. He's day-to-day.
Bob.
Kyle Shanahan said we're all day-to-day, but Lou might be a little more day-to-day. Like
You want to do your impression?
Listen. If you listen and watch Jeremiah Love run the football, this Notre Dame team, they're tough up front. Now, we can't play a lick of defense. Chris Ash is getting better. He's getting better. But we still got work to do. I told Marcus Freeman, we got to get out there. We got to work on the open field tackling. If those guys can tackle our running backs, they can tackle anybody. So we got a good shot at being able to get it done. But listen, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, they're due. It's been since 1988.
Well, it's been a hot minute there, Lou.
For our time. And I don't got too many days left to be able to see this. And I'd like to see one more before I go visit St. Paul up at the pearly gates.
The Queen. Yes.
Win one for Lou. Forget about the Gipper.
That's right. Win one for. How about that? That's win one for Lou.
Win one for Lou.
Win one for me.
Okay, Bob. Before we hit the break, let's do this.
You hear the time. You hear the sound.
You
hear the sound. You know what time it is.
I bet Lou loves roosters.
I got to take all the saliva out of my mouth. That's what the problem is. Got to slurp it down, Thitoff. It is.
A second ago, Tito was talking about how far you can go down the pole, and I was like, I don't know if that's for all three of us or just you. Or anyway, roosters, Bob. Sorry, continue.
It's mini corn dogs. They're $3 all day long, and now is Appetizer Tuesday. And by the way, the old Tangi store will be open on Thursday, folks. It is remodeled, renovated, and looking absolutely stunning. So head on out there if you get a chance. And listen, they'll be open. They'll be rocking this weekend. And then for Penn State game day, I'm sure it will be slammed. Now you get a chance to win a $50 gift card. You could use their 614-821-1460 is the number. Anthony Schlegel had this endearing name for his lovely wife. She said, "Speak for yourself," but he had this name to refer to his lovely bride. 614-821-1460 is the number. Get Bodie the name. We'll get you the gift card.
I have an idea, Bob. Why don't next time we do this, instead of giving out the 821-1460, we give out Schleg's number on the air. And he will just answer, and people will say, they'll give the Oreos or whatever. They'll say something, and Schleg's just get frustrated. Coming up next, we will tell you what's got us juiced. Morning Juice.
I always tell people I was the luckiest guy in the world. I wanted to be an Army man or a fireman, and I got to do both. As a firefighter, my job was about saving lives. I never thought one day I would be fighting for mine.
After spending his career answering the call to save others, Ken was diagnosed with ALS. Now he's facing his biggest battle, for more time. For 70 years, Muscular Dystrophy Association has been answering the call to help people live longer and more independent lives.
MDA means to me hope.
MDA is leading the way for people living with ALS, muscular dystrophy, and other neuromuscular diseases by accelerating research, advancing care, and advocating to empower families like Ken's.
I wouldn't be living as good of a life with ALS if it wasn't for MDA. MDA is helping people live stronger and love longer. Learn more at mda.org today.
What does it mean to give 100%? It means giving everything you've got, every single day. That's why the V Foundation gives 100% of every dollar donated directly to cancer research. So no matter what you give, we give 100% for life-saving research victories, 100% to making new discoveries that lead to innovative treatments, 100% to groundbreaking cancer research that could one day save someone you love. We know cancer research is working. Over the last 30 years, an estimated 4.5 million lives have been saved thanks to game-changing research breakthroughs. But there is more work to do. That's why the V Foundation gives 100% of every dollar donated directly to cancer research. We will always give 100% to accelerate victory over cancer.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Donate today at v.org.
Every child deserves a safe, loving, and permanent home. Help the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption find families for children who've lingered in foster care the longest. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
Hi, this is Martina McBride. With online news, social media, and texting available 24/7, the world seems to be spinning faster and faster every day. And it can be overwhelming. Sometimes we just need to unplug and take a break from our electronic devices. It can help reduce stress and allow us to reflect on the things that are really important in our lives.
This message brought to you courtesy of the United States Air Force.
Since 2003, Wounded Warrior Project has helped post 9/11 veterans adjust back to civilian life. Through specialized programs, they begin healing their bodies and minds while regaining a sense of camaraderie. Learn more at woundedwarriorproject.org/possible.
Bobby's knees hurt from doing battle with some of football's toughest warriors. Tito's knees hurt from begging Bobby to let him host this show.
Oh, pick me! Oh, I know, me!
This is Morning Juice.
It's the final Capital Ford of Columbus High School football game of the week this season. Heads over to the Fan 2 this Friday because of Jackets coverage. Olentangy hosts Olentangy Berlin. I remember, I'll talk about it. Coverage starts at 6:30, the kick at 7. After the Blue Jackets game on the Fan, it's Bayer Subaru Dublin's Overtime with Ryan Baker and Lee Cochran, Friday nights for high school football on the Fan. When I did a game out at Olentangy Berlin last year, I was schooled on, you don't say Berlin, it's Berlin. You don't say Berlin like Germany, you say Berlin.
You don't say Versailles, you say Versailles.
Right. You don't say Louisville, you say Louisville.
It's not Nazis, it's Nazis.
There we go.
At least that's how Brad Pitt said it.
Nazis.
That was Bodie Wells, folks. Bodie, you got a winner for the Roosters gift card?
We do, yes. Aaron Aaron V, I think it is, in the chat.
Oh, Aaron V. Okay, yeah.
I was all over it.
You know what? I've got to add him into the Hall of Fame also. I think Aaron V is also a Hall of Fame member for us, too. Let's tell people what's got us juiced.
What's got you juiced?
Sponsored by Billiards Plus. Find your next grill and everything you need for the master griller. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
I feel
so
like
generally you tell them what the winner said to get it right, too, Thitoff. Old Steffers.
I thought that was established. I thought we knew who that was. No? I figured
Aaron
we
did. I mean, someone
Aaron
had to
did.
say it. Aaron did.
I got you. All right, yeah. That's what it
According
was.
to his wife is Old Steffers.
Old Steph. Old Steffers, yes. Would you have taken Old Steph? Did he say Old Steffers or Old Steph? You don't remember. That's
I don't
fine.
remember.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
that's fine.
I felt like both answers
You
were
called him
acceptable,
Old
though.
Steph. You called it Old Steph. It's Old
Steph, yeah.
Steffers is what he said.
I felt like
Okay, Old
old
Steffers,
was
all
the highlight there.
Okay, that's fine. All right.
Speaking of Schlegs.
Yes, let's do it.
There's so many things going down right now at Waffle House. You gotta have your mind right because you're about ready to eat a freaking all-American breakfast. That's number one. Number two, someone might want to pick a fight with you or potentially kill you. So you gotta be ready for that too. Never in the days of Waffle House when they started it back in the 40s did they even conceive that you would go there just to not necessarily have a great breakfast, but also have to survive for your life. Now those two things occur simultaneously. It's big time ball.
That's why I got to be Waffle House ready, Schlegs. All right, guys, what's got me juiced? Let's go in reverse chronological order here. Very juiced about the start of the NBA season tonight. I got my League Pass subscription ordered a couple days ago. Did not realize that was on Amazon. Spent about 10 minutes trying to find it on YouTube TV, and I was like, where is this thing? Turns out, quick Google search, got it on Amazon. Still took me another 10 minutes just to find it on Amazon. They could probably make that stuff a lot easier. I'm trying to buy a product from you, and they could make that easier. Not going to be super juiced tomorrow night when they announce the starting lineups in TD Garden, and there is a number 0 from Duke University or University of Duke, but nevertheless from Duke, Jason Tatum. That's all right. We'll hang in there till he gets back next year from his torn Achilles. Going backwards from that, Sunday, how about them Cowboys? My favorite part of the game is when the Washington Commanders long snapper was almost blinded by staring into the sun because, we're not going to put curtains up there. The stadium looks so nice, and even though it probably hurts our team and the other team, Jerry Jones says, we don't care about that, son. That sucker's been there for a billion years, and it's going to stay right there.
Well, most stadiums go north and south. There's just east and west.
Not Jerry World, Bob.
It is a deal, man. I remember when he put it in, I was like, this is brutal.
Oh, Bob, against the Niners in the 21 wild card round, I think it was. Who was that? I think it was Cedric Wilson. Tried to catch a ball on a crucial third down in a game that we lost by 6 points, and he couldn't see the football because of the sun. Not that I'm still hanging on to that, but nevertheless, at least we smoked the Commanders. And then, actually, how about one more here? Shout out to Vanderbilt and Clark Lee beating Brian Kelly Saturday afternoon. But most importantly, on Saturday night, you tell Lincoln Riley take that candy-ass team back to Southern California because our beloved – let me get my phone pulled up here. Sorry. Yeah, 5 catches for 37 yards, but most importantly, one of the greatest performances in the history of the rivalry, one of the greatest performances in the history of wearing that uniform, one of the greatest performances in the history of that stadium. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
24 carries. 228 yards. He got his chain ripped off in the first quarter, first drive maybe, but that didn't stop him now. Mr. Jeremiah Love and Jadarian Price, shout out to him too, just running all over that soft USC team. Yes.
Just play a little Huey
Just
Lewis.
let it go, baby. That's all that needs to
That's
be
the
said.
power of love,
That's
buddy.
the power of love right there, baby. You want to talk about a coach that always smoked USC as well, that would be Mr. Lou Holtz. Shout out to Brian Kelly for getting that rivalry turned around, and then Marcus Freeman just pounding him into the ground again.
Have they lost? Has Marcus lost to USC?
He did first year. Yeah, Caleb Williams killed us.
That's
but
right.
since then, we've won 3 in a row. 3 out of 4 there in the Freeman era. So we'll take that. That had me super juiced Saturday night, Bob.
Of course it did, and it should have. What had me juiced while getting together my kids, like my middle son, Cullen, he's a big Lions fan, watching that last night. And the kids always ask me, my younger son, Dad, who are we rooting for today? I'm like, well,
who do you play for?
And that's, I was like, I played for the Lions, like, Mr. Campbell, Dan Campbell, like, I'm good friends with Dan. I know a couple of other guys. Taylor Decker's up there. They got a couple other guys that just have kind of known through passing. And I was like, I know the head coach for Tampa as well, Todd Bowles. Really enjoyed him. Ironically, like Dan played on a staff that Todd coached on, and then they coached together as well. Two Parcells guys, and sound very similar to Bill when they talk about it. And I enjoy watching Baker. And my son's like, he's a lot better now, right? I'm like, well, he's probably the odds-on favorite to win the MVP. Now, last night wasn't the greatest night for them, but he can't control it when he throws the ball to a guy and they just punch it out or rip the ball away. I mean, Baker looked like he was about to lose his mind. Emeka looked really good. Should have had a touchdown. Baker had him, and he hesitated and did not pull the trigger. But it was fun to watch that last night. Enjoyed it. Curious how many more grass mows are going to be in the future. I'm hoping that it gets a little cold and we get one frost day to kind of dormant the grass, and then we don't have to mow it anymore. You get the Halloween decorations out there, Bodie, having to move them around. Our 12-foot skeleton to move and then mow around. And now my son hates it as much as I used to, because he's the one who said, can you move it? I go, well, you can't move it because there's no flat enough area. You have to mow, move, and then mow back and move back after you're done. So I just can't move it for you at the beginning. But yeah, getting all that stuff done, getting a mow, and maybe just one more is what I'm hoping. And then what else got me juiced is they did announce yesterday that the Big Ten Big Noon game of the week in 2 weeks is still going to be Ohio State, Penn State. It'll still be a big noon kick. So there'll still be some storylines and intrigue around that. I was a little bit worried that they might be moving it. One of the guys over in the weather department last week, wow, with Penn State not being good, I heard they were going to move that. I'm like, dude, they ain't moving Penn State. I looked at the schedule. They'll put Ohio State at big noon every chance they get, and especially with the fire James Franklin and some storylines around it, they will keep it there. So that has got me juiced as well. Thitoff, what's got you juiced, sir?
Well, what's got me juiced is it's a great Tuesday. Bodie's back. Glad to see his face. It was a great job by Big Mo, but Bodie being here. And a little disappointed when he go to the Notre Dame game because I kept telling people he was going there. That's okay. Do you have
I'll be back in South Bend in 2 weeks.
That's what I'm going to ask you about. Who do they have in 2 weeks?
Navy.
Navy, okay.
Also, I might go to the Pittsburgh game the 16th if we keep winning. That's
an undefeated Navy.
Probably will be, yeah.
Horvath's having a hell of a year for them again.
Yeah.
That kid from Hilliard, he's had a fantastic run for that team. It's been fun to follow that as well. What's got me juiced is, yes, look, I love this nip or nipple in the air, whatever you want to say, when I get out in the morning to my car. A little bit chilly. I love this feeling in the morning. I don't think I'll love it when there's snow and ice on the ground.
We don't get that very much anymore.
We don't. Which kind of disappoints me, Bob.
Doesn't me.
It doesn't you?
I enjoy one good snow of the year. That's all I need. It can be cold. I just don't need to be slogging around in slush and nonsense.
At what point do your kids not like snow anymore?
I think you like snow until you have to like drive in it, and it's
right.
And you're the one shoveling it. It's an impediment on your life. I like it to snow and to be cold. I don't mind it being, cold in the 20s. That way, if you want to go skiing, and people can go up to Mad River or snow trails or whatever, and that's good. It doesn't need to be 60, but I don't need just like constant snow and aggravation that's just going to be there hanging out, always dragging that crap into the house and everything else.
Are you and your family skiers?
My kids all ski. I will ski. My wife will not. So by the virtue of that, we don't really go skiing.
Bodie, you a skier?
Never been.
I've gone a couple
Nothing
times.
against it. I would maybe try it. Would be kind of scared to death that I would not come out on the other side. So would want to start with a very, very small hill somewhere. But
I've done it a couple of times. Not well, but I've done it a couple of times.
I like the tube.
Yeah, tubing's
sit down in that sucker.
And just go.
Nowhere to go, really.
Yeah, my big problem with skiing was getting up.
Yeah,
I could fall. Getting up after you fell down?
Yeah, that was hard.
What are you falling down for?
Because I'm not a good skier, Bob.
Okay.
7th grade, I went ski trip. It was like end of the season. Like they have the ski club. Which
nice.
That one goes every week. Well, the last week, they're like...
You guys had ski club at Brookhaven?
No, 7th grade. Franklin Alternative Middle School.
Alternative middle school. That sounds...
No, first of all.
Our alternative school was for kids that got in trouble.
No, listen, it's different. Listen, no, this
was...
I
sent them to the alternative school.
I went to Douglas Alternative Elementary School over on Broad Street. I got bussed out there. It was more of you had to enter a lottery to get in. It was more like creative arts kind of stuff was the feature there. And so
your tax dollars well invested, Columbus.
And then I went to Franklin Alternative Middle School for a couple of years before I was asked not to come back. But the lottery in that one as well. But seventh grade, they're like after all the ski club stuff went on, the last week they said anybody wants to do it, try it out, never done it before, you can.
Why wouldn't you just be in ski club?
Because I didn't like. I'd never skied before. It's like
how do you get good at something? By watching people do it, or by doing it?
That's not the point of this, Bob.
Kids all join ski club.
How do you get to Carnegie Hall, Tito?
So I decided to go the last week.
Practice.
I had never ever skied in my life. We get out there to this place. I don't know where it was.
Who've been skiing all year? You decided to go the last time.
And
wonder why you weren't as good as everyone else.
They have an option. You could have lessons if you want. I don't need lessons at ski. You just get on there and you go. I don't need lessons. I get my skis on.
And this is you at 14.
13 probably.
That's pretty bad if you couldn't ski at 13, because when you're young you can do a lot more stuff.
Anyway, we get out there. I get the skis on after quite the ordeal figuring out how to do that. And I get to like the bunny hill, right? Like the first hill. And I start to go down because I'm first time. And I fell. And I probably sat there for 20 minutes before I could get up.
Like a turtle?
Yes.
You roll to your side.
Then I get that's fine. Okay, where we at? Where we at in '84? And then I not born. Yes, born in '84. Anyway, I get up, get to the bottom of the mountain. Eventually, it took me like an hour to get down the bunny hill. All right. Then they've got those ropes you have to hold on to you hold on to the rope to pull yourself to go up to the ski lift to the top. Right. And the gloves I had weren't the right kind of gloves for it, and it kept slipping through. And so, like, people are getting upset at me, like. Because I'm in the passing lane. It's like, hey, get out of my way. What are you doing? You're slow. It took me an hour to go down. It took me half an hour to get back up. And then I stopped. And that was it. So that whole trip, 1 hour down, 30 minutes up, because that damn rope was not conducive to the gloves I had, Bob. And so it's like, you know what? I wasn't set up for success. This isn't for me. Give me a 2.
If maybe we would have went before the final time, we could have learned it and then come back more intelligently the next time.
It was the most fun part was making out with the girl on the bus to ride back up. That was great. Right back down afterwards. Yeah.
Shiloh.
I don't remember what her name was.
She real or not?
Andrea. Andrea was her name.
Let me make out with her every day.
Yes, right. So anyway, that's my ski story.
Maybe Jeffrey's a little messed up too, Father.
I don't know. Maybe Jeffrey's a little messed up in the head. Thank you to all the juicers for tuning in.
I love you. Bring it in for the real thing.
Right, let's do it. Come here, Bob. You're a beautiful man. Bodie, thank you for coming back. Bobby, thank you. Thank you all the chatters. We're back tomorrow. Hopefully Austin Ward will join us. I got to confirm that. I'm not sure he says Disney. What the hell's going on with him on a bye week? We'll do that.